Thank you for tuning in to Natty News Daily Weekly, where we cover the latest ongoings in natural bodybuilding. If you see a cool story you think we should cover, please send it our way, and maybe we'll include it in the next episode. And if you like what we're doing and would like to support us, please consider checking out one of our sponsors. Our sponsor, Core Nutritionals, for all your supplement needs. Code Natty News Daily, as well as GymPin. If you want to add weight to the machines in your gym, you're running out of room, check out GymPin. Also code Natty News Daily. Enjoy the episode.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Natty News Daily Weekly, my segment, which is no longer weekly, simply because I'm a busy person, where I try and bring you the most up-to-date, most relevant news in the natural bodybuilding world. So a couple things I want to cover this week, but before we dive into the news, I mean, this is news, right? This is news. This is important to me. I want to congratulate Leroy, Carrie, and their family for bringing their son into the world, right? So this happened last week, and it has been fun with the conversations with Leroy, seeing him experience fatherhood and the joy of that, and hear the stories and listen how tired he is. So yeah, I'm smiling because I've been there. I know it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing, but it's also a very stressful thing. So if you didn't know already, Beckham, I believe, Beckett, man, he's gonna kill me for that one. Yeah. Anyway, healthy son, everyone's home, happy. Uh, and Leroy's just adjusting to Leroy and Carrie, obviously. Leroy's adjusting to this new life that he's now living. So go congratulate them if you haven't already. And we're moving on to the news. So this one just posted today as of recording. Jacob ONeal, right? Great natural competitor, has won his IFBB Pro card, hadn't accepted it formally until today. So he made the decision. He's signing with the IFBB, which means he's no longer eligible to compete with the natural federations due to their contract, as well as some rules within a certain natural bodybuilding federation. He's now exempt, not allowed to, banned, however you want to word that. But yeah, he kind of gives his discussion, his reasoning. Haven't dug through the comment section on this one, but I'm sure it's interesting. I'd like to see, I'm interested to see, and I will after this video, how supportive people are versus bashing the decision to go away from a true natural federation, right? But he is one of the individuals with a physique that can compete with the NPC IFBB guys for sure, just based on density, mass. I mean, he's a young dude, already phenomenal athlete, and is only gonna mature and just get better as time passes, or at least we hope. And now that the NPC natural and IFBB natural has a more established route, whether the criticisms are valid or not of the time span, the 3-year rule, the strikes against, I mean, things can change. But it seems like for Jacob, it was enough for him to feel like this warranted him kind of dipping his toe in that pool and chasing after the dream. So I'm supportive of natural bodybuilders regardless of where they are. I want to see natural physiques succeed, just like Kendall has been. So hats off to him. We'll actually take it off because I have terrible hat hair. Moving on. This one. So Coach Eugene, I love this post. I love the message. It's something that doesn't get brought up enough. This whole like a natty or not, right? So watch the whole video when you have a second. It's one of the more recent ones on his page. He shows some love to Benjamin there and Ibsen from WMBF Worlds and how shredded they were. But this whole idea of natty or not and who's actually natty and who's fake natty, it doesn't matter, right? And he goes on to point out like I can take an enhanced athlete's exact training program, exact protocols, extra supplements. I can do everything they're doing to the T and end up looking entirely different from them, for better or for worse. Right. So, this whole idea of just because someone has done some substance that all of a sudden they're inherently better or different, or that's why they have what they have, is not really true. And it doesn't matter for you. Right now, it matters in the sense of the competitive athlete because we want a fair platform and a fair, competitive stage, right? We don't want people cheating the system. But for social media, for comparisons that people make, will I look like this person? Will I look like that person? What's my peak potential? Nobody knows because it's so different for every single person. So, I mean, I had this conversation a bajillion times with my clients, right? Stop comparing yourself to another athlete. Stop comparing yourself to another social media influencer. Stop comparing yourself to really anyone besides who you have been in the past. Because if you are different, then you're moving in the right direction. And I think this next story that I'm about to cover is a great example of what I mean by us really not knowing what your natural potential is. So let's see. I want to click the right one because I don't know if I have these in order. Nope. Next one. Here we go. Boom. Perfect, right? None other than the Godfather himself. Look at the age, look at the maturity and the change within his physique, right? So, this first picture, unfortunately, nowadays at 17, 18, young 20s, that's when, for whatever reason, it seems like this recent generation has just assumed I've peaked. I've hit my natural potential. I have to take this next step. I have to take certain substances to then get bigger, get leaner, whatever it is, stronger, doesn't matter. Right. And that is just so far from the truth. I think the saying goes something like, if you've been training for 10 years, have you trained and gained experience for 10 years, or have you repeated 1 year of experience 10 times? Right. So you can just see within these photos, this is living proof that, I mean, maybe Jeff reached his peak at this last prep, 52 years of age. Maybe not. We don't know. We're going to find out because he's still competing. But compare 52-year-old Jeff to 28-year-old Jeff. 52 smokes him, right? Not even a comparison. So it's a matter of refining your craft, refining your skill, your understanding, your wisdom, your knowledge within the sport, becoming a better athlete, becoming more coachable, maybe, whatever it is. Just because you've gone through a certain number of years, especially if it's just a handful, you're nowhere near your potential, right? And no one will know what your potential is until you start to decline. And it's going to be a hell of a long time down the road if you do things right, you stay healthy, and you keep at it. So I kind of skipped here. We're coming back. Last story. Just wanted to give a little bit of a shout. We see Maria, who is Miss America champion within her division, with Aerofit here, classic physique champion, multiple time classic physique champion, as well as IPE world champion, as well as NGA champion. Just champ of champs, honestly, for classic physique right now. The fact that they're together wearing some Mr. America gear in the Gold's Gym means that there's been some content produced by the Mr. America crew, which they do quite a bit, right? Previous champions get together, do some filming, do some content, some documentary work, and that's what I love to see, right? Getting the athletes together, putting them on a pedestal, giving them a spotlight, doing right by the athletes. So I'll be interested to see what comes of this gym session, this training session, the interviews, the documentary, whatever it is. And we'll be hopefully seeing these athletes on stage come October at Mr. America, where the Natty News Daily crew will be doing commentary, and two of us will be competing actually this year. So that'll be a new change of pace for us to be on the other side, getting absolutely smoked by some world-class athletes. At least I speak for myself. Dan might stand a fighting chance. So, all right, guys, if you like this segment, give it a like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think about the stories. Let me know if you agree with my thoughts and my explanations and my commentary. If you disagree, I want to know as well, right? So open platform to voice your concerns, your questions, your criticisms, and we'll see you guys in the next one.